people know a lot about the Catholic Church, much less about the Vatican and the Pope that lives there. The Vatican all started with the Lateran Treaty. It was between the Vatican and the Kingdom of Italy. It was a survival of the Papal States that in 1859 compromised an area of 17,000 square miles, and it established the autonomy of the Holy See. The Ecumenical Council, Vatican II, was opened by Pope John, and it was on October 11th, 1962, and it gave bishops a larger role in the state than the church. On August 26, 1978, Cardinal Albano Luciani was chosen by the cardinals to succeed Paul, who had died. He took the name John Paul I. John Paul I, only 34 days after he was elected by the cardinals, he died of a heart attack. John Paul II was the pope that replaced him. In St. Peter's Square, not long after he was elected, Pope John Paul was shot by a Turkish terrorist, and that was the first assassination attempt of his career. Pope John Paul met with him and told him that he forgave him, even though everyone was against him and wanted him to die. On June 3, 1985, they replaced the Lateran Treaty with the treaty that established a new church-state treaty, and as Catholicism as the new state religion, and the Vatican would be the head of the country. On April 2nd, 2005, Pope John Paul II died. He was the third longest reigning pope of all time, and he was the only non-Italian pope. He did many things in his career, like helping the poor, and his issues that he always addressed were birth control, women's roles in the church, and homosexuality. He was the greatest ambassador, and he traveled to 129 countries. He canonized 482 saints and beatified 1,338 people. After he died on April 2nd, 2005, they picked Pope Benedict XVI to replace him. He was the closest associate and the closest friend of Pope John Paul II. He was an accomplished scholar and a theologist, and one thing that he has done in his career was call the Islams evil and inhumane for what they had done in their country. He had to go nationally and apologize for what he had done. This was all information from infopolice.com, Vatican.va, and CIA.gov.